What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. Have we broken out, or is this a fake out? We're going to take a look at both cases. We're going to take a look at our targets. We're going to take a look at the smaller time frames. Then we're going to zoom out to the bigger time frames. We're also going to take a look at Litecoin and Ethereum. Definitely stick around for the whole video. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group. There's a link below in the description. Definitely check it out. It's totally free. Great community. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Don't forget, we do a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway. We do that every Monday. All you have to do to enter to win is scroll down, hit that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up, leave your comment below. That will get you entered to win. We do that on Monday. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Looking at the 4 hour, as you guys know, I've been watching this rising broadening wedge, which we are still in, as you can see in the white trend lines. And as of right now, we have this broadening wedge in here. If this is correct and we have broken out, we could come back down and retest it. If we do get support around this 59,300 and get a bounce, we could continue much higher in the bullish case. The bullish case would get us up to somewhere around 74,000 would be the measured move of this falling broadening wedge here, if that's the case. Otherwise, if we break back down below this 59.4, 59.3 area and get resistance there, we could be coming back down to test this major support resistance line at 52.6. And guys, we've been looking at the Wickoff method. I've been talking about this being a distribution phase. I still believe that to be the case, and we'll take a look at those charts at the end, so make sure you stick around for that. Now let's take a look. If we do break down through here, come back to retest this bottom trend line, which I've been talking about for quite some time, that I do believe it is a good possibility we come back down and retest this. And it all depends on how long it would take, if we even do. But if we did, it'd be somewhere between 48,000 and 50,000. But again, as I've been talking about, if this bottom trend line breaks, guys, Bitcoin is in pretty big trouble, in my opinion. As of right now, we're making a little bit of divergence, but nothing too crazy. If we look at this peak here, the same peak as right here, we're making higher highs. We're doing the same thing in there. So like I said, let's watch for, let me get this out of the way. Let's watch for a retest of this $59,400 range. If we break below that, then we could go much lower. But let's take a look at what's going on. Before we do, don't forget, check out Prime XBT. I'll leave a tutorial up top on how to use their margin. Also goes over co-vesting and Turbo, if you guys are interested in checking it out. By far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. You can use my promo code Savy50. It'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus to use towards your margin. Savy25 will get you 25% off your fees. Now, you're not stuck just trading crypto on this exchange. You can trade Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything from one exchange. All right, let's take a look at this. If you guys remember last week, and as you guys know, I was on vacation last week, but as you guys, if you watched, I think it was, I don't know, about a week and a half ago, I had this as my thumbnail and talking about a break of the 60,000 range. Looking at this as a possible inverse head and shoulders with a measured move all the way up to 70,000. Could that be the case? It's definitely still possible. We have to see if this 60,000 can hold, and then of course we have to break the all-time high at about 61,800. If we can break that and get support up here, that is a good possibility. Otherwise, we'll look at the Wickoff method that I've been talking about here in a few. But if we break back below this 60 and get resistance here, our next stop's gonna be around that 53.1 area, and if that breaks, of course, we'll come back down and test this low around 50,100, somewhere in that area. I know everybody's really super bullish right now. Just be cautious. Like I said, and I always say, nobody knows what it's gonna do. We're gonna take a look at the 1 hour, then we're gonna go into the 15-minute. But as you guys know, we've been watching this top trend line here. If we do get a pump up to $67,000 range and get rejection, It could get pretty bad for Bitcoin. If we break this lower trend line, depending on if, when, and where, we could be looking, you know, $40,000 Bitcoin somewhere in there. But if you guys watched my last video on vacation, the last 2 days I wasn't able to make one. The Wi-Fi was screwing up, but our target did hit perfectly at that 55.4, and that was just a measured move of this rising wedge, and where we broke out hit perfectly. If you guys longed there, awesome. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. So this is what I'm kind of watching now, is a rising channel. We could come back up, retest the top of this, and that would fall in line with the Wickoff method I've been talking about as the distribution phase if we did pop up. And that would be somewhere around the $64,000 range. But as of right now, if we zoom in here, let's take a look at what's going on. In the 15-minute, we had this descending triangle here, which we have to watch because this could be a falling channel also, which would be a bull flag. And it's possible that we did hit the bottom, come up, and we break up from here. But let's take a look at our measured moves. If we do break up from this point, it's going to get us up around that 61.7 range. As of right now, my target for breaking down out of here could be down, as long as it doesn't bounce off this 55 here, is going to be around the 59.4 range. I would expect to bounce there, maybe come up and retest this area. If we get rejected again, we could be coming all the way down to test the bottom of this here. In the very bullish case, if we look at where we broke out here, look at this as a bull flag. And like I said, this could end up being a bull flag, just a falling channel type. And if we did break up and out of that, could get us as high as that 63,000 range. Now, if we zoom out and look at, well, let's take this bull flag and put it down here too. How low could we go here? Right around the 57.5 area. I'm going to go ahead and clone this and put that on there. And then, like I said, we'll look at that Wickoff method, and we'll also look at Litecoin and Ethereum. Trying to get back in the groove from being on vacation, guys. So let's take a look at the bigger picture here. So looking at this, as you can see, we had 2 touches on the top of this channel, 2 touches on the bottom. If we come up and retest the top of this, could be 64, 65,000. If that breaks in the bullish case, then we're looking at around 71,000. If we come back down to the bottom here and break the bottom, this is just a measured move of the channel. If we were to do that, depending on if, when, and where, we could be looking down towards a $49,000 to $50,000 Bitcoin. But again, this bottom trend line would have to break. And if we did it really fast, which I highly doubt, but it'd be around 56.6. And if we did it in the next couple days, could be 57,000 area. So keep an eye on this. I still would be very cautious on getting too bullish here, guys. Let's take a look at the daily. If you guys see this is the funding rate, and it's favoring the bulls right now, or the bears right now. As you can see, is extremely high. We could get, like I said, that's why I'm kind of looking at this as a possible fake out. And if we come down and break this bottom trend line, this is the daily. So within the next day or two, if we break that 56.6 area, there's a good chance we could be coming down to these much lower targets, and that's just a measured move of this rising broadening wedge. And again, if we remain bullish, we could be getting up to this 79,000 somewhere, and retesting the top of this trend line here, depending on how quick it'd get up there. If it just took a couple days, it might be around 77,000. But again, watch for a retest, possible break of this trend line. As you can see, we tested the top twice, didn't quite get up there over here, and this, we've tested the bottom of this 4 times. And remember, I know a lot of the bulls say each time we test resistance, it gets weaker. Same thing goes for the bearish case. Every time we test support, it gets weaker. So be cautious, be careful. Like I said, that funding rate is favoring the bears big time. It's pretty high over here. Now let's take a look at the Wickoff method. And as you can see, the funding rate again, ridiculous, crazy high. So this is what we've been looking at. I had drawn this in, and it's still following along these trend lines. Again, unless we break this 61.7 area, this could be what we see, a massive distribution phase and then continue down from there. There's also another one that shows we could get to that 65,000, possibly even 70. Who knows if we do break the high here, but it could still be in the distribution phase and a major correction coming after that. So be cautious, be aware. Looking at the macro, I want to zoom in and take a look. This is the 3-day chart, guys. If you look at this RSI down here, we are getting, let me zoom in. We are getting rejection on this trend line here. If we break this bottom trend line on the 3-day and close down there in the RSI, that's pretty damn bearish. If we break this top and close up here, we could be coming all the way up to retest the top of that, which would be the very bullish case scenario. Now let's take a look at the parabolic arcs here. Also, you can see I have the Fibonacci channels across, and we topped out here in 2013, topped out here in 2017. Do we get all the way up here into the 200,000s for this bull run? It's a possibility. I don't believe so, but you never know. Bitcoin doesn't do what I expect, but that's why we do analysis and try to figure out what's going on. But as you can see, last time it broke this arc here, bear market. Last time we broke the parabolic rise arc here, bear market. And if we zoom in, we had been getting rejected off of this fib here, which is a 0.236. But let's look at that parabolic rise. As you can see, we broke out of it. We could come back up and retest this. So that would be along that $63,000, $64,000 range, which would line up with the fib and a retest of this arc that we broke out of. So be cautious of that. And let's take a look at Litecoin. So Litecoin, we were looking at this as a possible wedge, triangle, whichever way you wanted to look at it. And the measured move of the breakout of that, which we did come back down, retest it. So it is still a possibility that we get up into that $300 range or higher to test the top of Litecoin's broadening wedge. If not, if we do come back down, we break this top trend line, we'd look for support around the 188 range. If that breaks, then we go down to these lower targets down here, which is definitely a possibility. The whole market could do a massive turnaround. Just be careful. Ethereum, we did hit our target of 2,200. We've had this for probably about a week and a half. We did hit it and get rejected there. If we do bounce above this, and as you can see, let me zoom in a little bit, get this out of the way. We are above all our EMAs. We did get rejected perfectly at our 2,200 range that we had been talking about, but we could get up here now and retest the top of this channel around the 22,050 range. If that breaks, then we get our bullish case, and that could get us up to around the 2,700 range. Otherwise, if we turn around, come back down and break the bottom of this channel, and I'm going to move this over. This is just kind of a guess. Obviously, we don't know if or when it's going to come back down. Let's say 1760 within the next few days would be testing the bottom of this. A break of that would get us down to about a $1,250 Ethereum. And if we look at this larger rising broadening wedge, if it went to the super bearish case scenario, we would break this bottom trend line, and we could be going all the way down to these levels. But we'll discuss that if it happens. As of right now, we are still within this rising channel, so keep a close eye on this. We'll see what goes from here. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely check out inkyourimage.com. It is my wife's webpage. A lot of cool crypto stuff on there. A lot of cool gift ideas. It's quality stuff. She does it all herself. Definitely check it out. If you have not, don't forget to click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash that like, leave your comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry this video was kind of zipped through. I just got back from vacation. I got a lot of stuff to do today. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to check out our Discord. There's links down below along with other affiliate links down there. If you were interested in starting a Bitcoin IRA, there's some links to that down there where you can actually trade and, you know, don't get taxed for it because it will be your retirement. But anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm out. I will see you tomorrow.